Welcome to Bards Atlas. Tonight's episode was inspired by a work from Ramses Menendez. Enjoy.
Incoming message. New database submission imminent. Bard designation.
Fox.
Log ID.
Log 46-6653. Subject: the giant skeleton.
Compiled. Begin submission.
Folks come through here from time to time. Drop off flowers, jewelry, letters,
sentimental things. Why do you suppose they do that? To pay their respects? Time was, and not long ago for most, they had their chance. There were dinners, there were parties, there were breaks from the day-to-day distractions that people meddle around with until that inevitable day that they do depart. How many do you think stopped and said, "You know what? This can't go on forever"? How many would take the precious time they were allotted to sacrifice for one another, for someone they never met, to give more than their extra for those who had none, pay their respects? Oh yeah, and I mean family too. You think you got a good thing. You think to yourself, no reason things can't stay the same. You'd never say it, of course, but you know you're lying to yourself. You know it won't last. You know the market will slow down and the river will evaporate and the crops will all die and the stars will all collapse. But don't let that ruin your freeze frame. Only one day, your snapshot ends up shattered, and your family is dead, and your friends are dead, and now you're dead too. See, I've been around for a while. Longer than you, longer than your parents. I've been around a long, long while, since the beginning. And I've seen men come, and I've seen men go. I've seen entire empires rise and fall, times of plenty and times of scarcity, times of peace and times of war. And men like you, have found every reason under the stars to kill. You hastily rush to the sword. You mercilessly annihilate your foes. In those moments you testify through your actions that the only life worth a breath is your own. Even the ones you think you love, you only fight for on account of your own need for them. And now, here you come, to the grave of ones you lost. Why? Oh, to pay your respects, to lay your father's sword upon his grave. Oh, well now, you have brought that sword to challenge me. Oh, poor mortal. You must not know who I am. To fight me is to fight death itself. And yet, here you stand, defiant, rebellious, foolish. All you pathetic humans have are your fleeting lives. Do you really want to throw yours away so callously? Well, you are a curious one. Oh, you won't be the first one I've killed, as you see now by the piles of bones that lay here unburied. And most of these came to avenge their ancestors who died at my hand as well. So instead of adding you to them for the moment, why don't we talk about why you're here? Whom have you come to avenge? What? All these folks? Son, all these folks are buried and have been buried for ages. There's nothing can be done for them now. What will they gain by you dying here today? Alright, I see. You want me to take you instead, in the place of those who are alive. You aren't the first to feel that way, no doubt from some place of selfish, misguided martyrdom. I know you don't see it that way, but it doesn't matter what you think is true. I guess this was always gonna happen, sooner or later. There now, see? Death really is as bad as they say it is. I love my job. What's this now? Oh, you're still kicking, huh? Got some fight in you, boy. Well, go on then, pick up that sword and have at me. Well, go on then. Not even gonna try. Pathetic. Die in the dirt, then. I've never had to stab twice before. Something's got me rattled about this whole mess. What you think, crows? Yeah. Y'all better come eat up before I come for you too now. Come get this guy out of here. He's gone. I don't believe it. What's going on here now anyway? What's the... Master, I need the master. Master! Master! The master. It was you. It was you the whole time. What have you done, master? These mortals, you don't owe them a damn thing. They deserve what they get. Everything they get. Why would you sacrifice yourself for them? An example. An example. That's rich. That's a fine whopper I heard there. That's rich. In all my time. An example of what exactly? A skeleton to follow? Well. Good luck, mortals. That's one big skeleton for y'all to follow.
End of submission. Submission status: fact, fiction, uncertain.
Fiction. It's an allegory, I think, written from the perspective of death by one of the scholars of Gehenna. At most, it's a deep-held conviction by their people about the master of death saving them. At least, it's a call to live sacrificially for one another. I came across it through a trade we made back on Grinvar, but it took me until now to finish translating it. It makes me wonder who's looking out for me. Sorry, that's a bit of editorializing. I'll leave it in there. Why not? Fox out.
Compiled. Database updated. Awaiting further submissions. Standby mode initiated.
This is Preston Richard. We hope you enjoyed tonight's episode of Bards Atlas. Tonight's episode was inspired by a work by Ramses Menendez. Check out the link in the description. This episode was written, performed, and edited by Preston Richard, with additional music by A.B. Narayan. Bards Atlas is a narrative and lore-building podcast that follows Fox and Eli, two traveling bards seeking new knowledge and stories across the universe. If you'd like to get in touch with us or submit a work of art to inspire a future episode, send an email to bardsatlas@gmail.com or find us on Facebook and Twitter. Don't forget to leave a comment and a rating on iTunes. It'll really help us out a lot. And as always, thank you so much for listening.